How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be making a video on this thingy we hear a lot. I hear a lot for sure. In the spiritual community, where it's talking about you need to make room. You need to make room for new things to come in. And I'm going to be talking about how that's just not true. The idea of needing to make room at its core is rooted in lack. It's like acting like you're a container and that there's only a limited amount of space within you, that you're like a closet, and if you don't empty some of the closet, there won't be any room for anything new coming in. And that's just not true. We're a field. We're an energetic field, and within that energetic field, the fun thing about it is that what's going to be in our field is what we focus on and what we feed. There's this old story that I've loved throughout my life. I'm probably going to butcher it, but it doesn't really matter. You get the gist of it. This young boy asks his grandfather, what do I do with situation A? And the grandfather says, there's two wolves in life. You can feed only one. You only have enough food for one. And one is the fear wolf, and the other one is the faith wolf. And you're either going to feed your fear, or you're going to feed some faith and belief. And it kind of goes into that same idea. We hear often that what expands in this world is what you focus on. And so there never needs to be some worry about, are we making enough space? Space is going to be made when you quit paying attention to something for long enough, especially. It's just going to fall off and fade away. It's almost like that idea, like when you get a new car and you're like, oh, I didn't notice this car type until I was interested in one, wanted to get one, and then I saw everybody driving it. Well, then years later, when you get rid of it, you don't really see that car so much anymore. You kind of see the new one, and it's because you're focused on something else, and so your field is going to be responding to that. And so within that idea is, we're not only not a container, we are limitless. And unless you believe there are limits to yourself, there aren't any. The progression of human history is proof that there aren't any limits, that they're all self-imposed. And as we have some belief that we can achieve some new goal, it gets broken. It happens. At one point electricity was magic, and now it's probably, to a decent portion of the population, it's boring. It's just there. It's something that's always there and shows up. Feels limitless. And so the same idea is with your field. You are a fractal field, and you are limitless, and you never need to focus on what needs to fade away and what you need to expand. You just need to choose. And as you choose, there you go. You're now aligned. You're now aligned with this new thing. And as you focus on it and get excited about it, you're just going to keep seeing more and more of it, whatever it is, even if it's things you don't want. And so maybe that's the fear coming in. And if you're really fearful about it and you're focused on it and have some belief that something fearful can happen, well, it can. And so growth doesn't require subtraction. You don't need to cut a part of you off so that something new can grow. You just become something more. And that's it. So the idea again, and I always try to keep these decently brief, is you're vast. You're a vast field of energy. You want to put a limit on yourself? Build some walls. there's your limits. If you want to lift the limits, take the walls down and discover the vast view that you are, the huge expanse that you are, and you'll see it all day long. And it's fun to try to experience also, to see how limitless you are and how limitless you can become. And so for anybody who resonates with this, you don't need to make space ever. And whether your goal is to make space or not, stuff will fall off and stuff will come in, and it doesn't matter what its size is, there's always going to be room, unless you think there isn't, and then you're right. And so this is an option that you have in this world. This is an option you have in life. And so I offer it as a mirror to anyone else. And so I love you all. I hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe if you like my content. Another wonderful day hearing the birds. Yeah, I love you guys. Have a great day.